In 1968, a killer calling himself the Zodiac began mailing cryptic puzzles to local newspapers, actively demanding that the public participate in the hunt. By directly taunting the San Francisco police in writing, he established a foundation for a genre built on forensic curiosity and public decipherment. Today, that fixation now supports massive digital empires. Top creators like Mr. Ballin command over 10 million subscribers, while podcasts like Serial have reached 5 million downloads faster than any other program in history. The genre has matured into a cornerstone of the prestige media landscape, representing a massive economy built on the human need to understand violence. But the data behind this economy reveals a surprising trend. It isn't men driving these numbers. The audience is overwhelmingly female. This chart shows the audience breakdown for the most popular crime podcasts, where women make up as much as 85% of the listeners. That demographic split is a striking contrast to the reality of violence. Globally, men commit roughly 90% of all intentional homicides. Men are also statistically far more likely to be the actual victims of those killings. Yet, despite a lower statistical risk of murder, women report fearing violent crime at 3 times the rate of men. This leaves us with a central paradox. Why is a demographic that is statistically safer spending its free time being violence it fears? Academic findings suggest these viewers are doing more than seeking a thrill. They are treating these stories as manuals, mining them for practical survival cues. Viewers look for specific avoidance behaviors. They learn to identify red flags in strangers and adopt defense tools, and deliberately abandon social politeness to maintain their personal safety. This self-education often directly challenges the way mass media tends to glorify violent men. High-profile trials often turn perpetrators into household names, granting them a level of celebrity status that obscures their crimes. These killers are frequently mythologized by the public, transforming dangerous individuals into dark cultural icons. Female viewers often use psychological profiling as a countertactic to dismantle this media myth. By examining a killer's background and formative triggers, viewers strip away the monster persona and reduce them to a manageable profile of a disturbed human. Analyzing these patterns is a tool for comprehension, allowing viewers to mentally take back power from an otherwise unpredictable threat. The way this media functions depends entirely on the environment outside the viewer's door. In low-crime environments, like the Netherlands, true crime often feels like a remote curiosity. Because violence is the extreme exception here, watching these cases can actually reinforce a viewer's sense of security in their own safe surroundings. The experience changes for women in high-crime areas with elevated rates of femicide, such as Mexico. Here, the same podcast acts as a hyper-relatable warning. It validates their lived experience and their constant, necessary state of alert. Depending on the local statistics, true crime media is either a theoretical worst-case scenario or a daily manual for survival. This creates a psychological feedback loop. A woman watches true crime to feel prepared and protected, but the chart shows a secondary effect. Constant exposure to violent stories artificially inflates a viewer's perception of danger in the real world. That rising anxiety often drives the viewer back to the genre to regain a feeling of preparedness, locking the cycle in place. Selecting an investigative deep dive serves as a focused exercise in mental preparedness. It is a way for women to narrate trauma and demand justice, navigating a world where their physical safety is socialized as a constant concern.